Students' First Amendment rights, while limited, are in no way non-existent. The lines have been blurred between rights and respect as students of the North Kansas City School District have gained frustration and attention in both good and bad light. While freedom of speech should always be respected, we as a student body are always a representation of our faculty, school, and administration. While investigating this controversial topic, this is what I have found.
Well, I absolutely love having contact with students on Twitter. As superintendent, sometimes it's really hard to have that strong connection to students that you had as a principal or a teacher. And so my connection through many of our kids remains through Twitter. And I know on snow days sometimes frustration can be shared with me about the decision that we make. As a superintendent, you have to develop thick skin. And I certainly, as I tweeted out Friday during the snow day, love the kids of North Kansas City schools and always am looking out for the best interests of the kids when we make decisions based on weather.
So the whole Twitter situation with Dan Clemens, in my opinion, is pretty silly coming from both sides. On the side of the students, it's sort of silly to try to tweet rude and disrespectful things at a school official, but on the side of Dan Clemens, it's very, very silly to go to the schools and make those students take down those tweets. And I understand that he's well within his rights to make us do that, but I just think it's unethical for him to try to censor us to that degree and use his ability to censor us for that purpose, whenever I think it only should be used for censoring things that actually need to be censored. I think he's using it to stifle criticism, and I think it shows that he values the public's perception of the school district more than our students' perception of the school district. And I think it's angered a lot of the student body.
I completely agree that students have First Amendment rights. I went and visited students throughout the district, not to violate their First Amendment rights, but to explain the situation of why I made the decision I made. Just so that they would have a better understanding of my point of view, but not to limit what they say or what they think or what they do. I just think that sometimes it helps when you have that one-on-one communication with students about why you make decisions that you make, so that maybe moving forward they might have a better understanding.
I understand the First Amendment right. I teach U.S. history. However, that does not give you the right to be outwardly disrespectful to adults and to a community leader, and I think there has to be a boundary. I understand you not wanting to risk your safety. I do, and I think student safety is something that should always be put in the forefront of every staff member's mind, every coach's mind. I think student safety should always be a top priority. However, I think students need to be very mindful of what is being said and how disrespectful it can be, and the perception that it's giving our community. As an outsider right now, I would think that our students are very disrespectful to the adults within the district, solely based on Twitter alone. And I do not think that that is the perception that we want to give our community and to give anyone who would look at North Kansas City School District.
I think that maybe we can find some middle ground, but I think that some people in specific have been a little bit, had an overreaction to what happened. I think that you should be able to say whatever you want on a private platform, and that he should have no say in what happens on that.
I liked when kids want to have fun. As a matter of fact, I think my favorite tweet through this whole snow day was a tweet that, and you can probably still find it, that said, "Alexis, how do we impeach the superintendent?" I thought that was fun, and I think that that's all in good fun, and we all enjoy it. But when curse words are starting to be used or threats are starting to be made, I think that really where it crosses the line. I enjoy having a great deal of fun with our kids, whether we have school or don't have school. It's one of my favorite things to look at Twitter and see the engagement there, and I just simply enjoy that. And I can take it. I can take a hard time too. I just think that we all need to, in this community and in this world today, we need to be careful about some of the words that we choose to use.
This has been AnnaBella Peterson reporting for the Axe.